So that's it. New adventure, off I go. Leaving Fort William now, and those of you that followed my Land's End to John O'Groats journey will recognise this. This is where I walked on my way up to the Glengarry, where I went for the Cape Rock Trail, and as I was walking along the Great Glen way, I was thinking to myself, now that's one that I wouldn't mind doing again, so I thought give myself a couple of months rest, which I've done, and then get out and enjoy it. And I'm greeted by the sun again, so very happy, man. I must admit my legs have been itching to get out and get a trail under me again. This one is 76 miles. It meanders its way along the Great Glen from Fort William through where are we? Loch Lochy, through to Inverness, through to Fort Augustus, Inverness, then up to Drumnadrochit, and then into Inverness, or some combination of that. It's such a wonderful thing to be back out again, and I hope you enjoy this journey as much as I certainly am at the moment. It's such a beautiful country that we are so blessed to live in, and I just love exploring it and love seeing it and experiencing all that it has to offer. So yeah, welcome, and let's get going. This is beautiful, isn't it? But I always remind myself not to forget to look back, and I'm glad I did, because what a view. How beautiful is that? I think that's Nessie in the background. Oh, wow. Just walking along and going up to the Canal Trust buildings to get my key to use the loos along the Canal Trust, and I'm walking across this little bridge. See a hiker coming the other way, and he said, "Hello, Dave." Oh, what the heck, I don't know who this bloke is. Turns out it's a guy called Mark who's been following my Land's End to John O'Groats journey. And he's doing his own journey. He's doing Land's End to John O'Groats as well. And I literally just bumped into him on the trail. How absolutely amazing is that? And he was just telling me about his journey and how much he's enjoyed it and how wonderful it's been. And he's so glad he did it. And it was like, oh, I just want to do it again. But anyway, I just had to share that. So this is the start of the Neptune staircase. You'll probably remember me trying to guess the name of it. If you watch my Land's End John O'Groats videos, last time it was like, I think it's called this, I'm not sure, but yes, it's the Neptune staircase. What an absolute marvel of engineering. Bet we couldn't do it now though. You know, It's so hot, it feels like when I was doing it last time. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. I have to fess up to something though. So I thought my feet would be in a good state. I mean, it's only a few months since I finished the jog, so I thought, yeah, I could just go out. I don't need any compete or don't need to worry too much about my feet. Got a blister, didn't I? So I've brought some compete with me anyway, but so I've just bunged it on. Obviously my feet are a bit soft again, so, and I am, to be fair, I am carrying a much heavier pack this time. I'm carrying all my food with me this time, so I've got basically 5 days. Take me
Your
5
phone's
days,
GPS signal
I've got
is
5
lost.
days anyway.
Your recording will continue,
that's my
but your position on the map is unknown.
That's my directions. Yeah, so bit of a lesson learnt now, really. That don't take your feet for granted. But it's not stopping me. Well, pop the blisters, got a compete on, and had a brufen. It'll be fine. So this is me coming into Great Lochy. There's supposedly an informal campsite here, so hopefully, I think it's over the bridge and to the right, so we'll see how that goes. If I'm honest, it's a bit harder than I expected it to be. I think I'm living off the walk that I did. I'm still thinking I'm as fit and as healthy as I was when I was doing this bit, which I clearly am not. That's my tent. Morning everyone, it's just 7:15 in the morning and I'm out early because I'm going to see how I do today. I'm going to see if I can get to Fort Augustus, but that's 22 miles away, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it if I don't get there, but this way I can take my time and enjoy the journey. So good morning everyone, lovely sunrise. Let's see what today brings us.
Pack up your woes, let's get away for a while. See what the road ahead brings. We can't be far from the border by now. Keep on that light we've let in. I've been lost, I've been found. Must be near home by now. Must be near home by now, don't you say? for all the journeys I've spent and all the tales that I've sent, all the tales that I've sent along the way.
So as you'll see down here, these are the practice platforms that in the Second World War commandos used to practice landing at Normandy. And very cool. The main commando base is around here. I think it's at the home of what's now the Clan, well, it always was, the Clan Cameron castle monument place. And yeah, some very, very brave guys here. Did a lot of training in preparation for their acts of heroism. Makes you very proud to be British. So there's the turning off for the Clan Cameron Museum at Achnacarry. And if you were following my Land's End to John O'Groats adventures earlier on this year, this is where I turned off up there to carry on my way. I cut out Invergarry and climbed over the hills. It was a bit of it was a bit more extreme than I expected, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, that one. It seems like a lifetime ago, but it was only about 3.5, 4 months ago. Anyway, this time I'm heading on down here. So that's 6 miles down. Oh, actually, look, just a potential wild camping spot there on Loch Lochy. And that's where I am at the moment. Beautiful day. Still quite early in the morning. Don't think it's 9 o'clock yet. I started out at 6:30, so quite proud of myself for that. Had a good night's sleep as well, so that really helps, because yesterday, I forgot to say, I got up at 3:30 to make sure I got the train to get to Edinburgh, to get, connecting to Glasgow and then up to Fort William. So it was a long day, but like I say, I had a good meal, I had a good sleep, and cracked on early this morning. So 6 miles in now, and this is pretty typical of what I'm walking through. There's also been some road walking, which isn't the best. It's a bit hard on the feet, but still easy walking though, so that's good. But yeah, this is, like I say, the typical sort of view and walk at the moment. Not seeing a lot of Lochy. When I get an opportunity, I will. Also, I've heard it said that on the Great Glen way, there's not many opportunities for filling water up, but that looks a pretty good one to me. I'm recording this on Komoot as well, so I'll take a picture on Komoot, and then if you are planning on walking, you'll know where it is on the map. So I'll leave you here and come back to you later. Bye. There we go, the world famous bear that points out a trailblazer campsite, which you can just see. There's somebody down there actually, just down there. Very cool, isn't it? Nice place to stop and rest up for the day. Hello mate, can I have a photo? Thanks. So that's the old way down to the old site, but you're not allowed down there now. I think they're doing waterworks or something like that, so you have to take this path, which I think will actually probably give us a better view of the loch. So yay, nice path too. You'll be getting bored of these, won't you? But the views are absolutely stunning. I can't miss these. And look at this. Nice little stop. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that feels good. Oh, nice view as well, isn't it? Oh my days. Good to be out. So that's me now coming down towards Laggan Locks. I'm about 11 miles, well, almost 12 miles in, and yeah, feeling good. So this is Laggan Locks. My journey heads on that way, but I'm going to stop off there and refuel. Oh, that was a very nice stop. Had a nice coffee and a sandwich, BLT no less. Prices were reasonable, and they do have a lube there as well that you can use if you need it. You do have to pay for that one though, so it's not expensive, 50p I think it is or something like that. So yeah, so recommend it at Laggan Locks. You can always there's a picnic bench as well, so you can have a nice little rest and recharge your batteries. But now I'm heading onwards. Again, not sure where I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to try and keep going, but I'm not holding myself to it. This is very much for me a just sort of doing my walk thing. I'm not going to set myself any hard targets. Like I say, about 12 miles in, potentially another 10 more to Fort Augustus. We'll see. Here we are at Inverness station. It's a disused railway line, and I'll be walking along this now for the next few miles. It had been previously closed for forestry operations, and my understanding is it opened in May, so hopefully I can get through. If not, it'll be a bit of bushwhacking, I reckon. That's me on the Caledonian Canal again, after I've just gone through the locks at Loch Lochy. I'm at 19.5 miles, so I've still got about another 3 miles to go, and then I'll be hopefully at the informal campsite at Fort Augustus. So very chuffed with today. Feeling a little bit tired at the moment, but I'm not surprised after that sort of distance. But what a lovely, lovely walk it is. Well, morning everyone. As you can see, I'm not wearing my hat yet. Sorry about not filming last night. I got into Fort Augustus after 24 miles and I was blattered, and I actually went to Morag's hostel in the end because the campsite was right next to the bins and it stunk. So I thought I'd find myself a hostel, and so that's what I did. So today's day probably will be a shorter one. I'll probably be going from here through to just north of Inverness, find a place up on the hills, maybe a campsite, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes, and I will bring you back when I get going proper. Alright, bye. So that's me now back out. I'm just leaving, where did I stay? Fort Augustus, and I'm making my way up onto the hills. Actually, it was a very nice day at Morags. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. It's like I'm always a bit nervous about hostels and things like that, but it was really good, very friendly, and I mean, for the amount of money you pay, I had a breakfast as well, so it was really, really good. A nice shower, so definitely recommend it if you're on a budget and you're wanting to stay in Fort Augustus. Look up Morags Hostel. So after a mile outside of Fort Augustus, you climb a little hill and then go through the forest, and then you come to this point, which is the junction between the high and the low route. Low route obviously going down there, and the high route going up here. And yes, I'm going to take the high route. You take the low route. I'm not even going to try. So that's me getting towards the top now of the high route. Yes, it's definitely worth it. That was a sharp climb. But yeah, beautiful, isn't it? And that's my way forward. See the canal in the background there is where I came from yesterday, all the way back between those two hills. And this is my route today. And I think that's Loch Ness down there. That's where I've still got to go to, but someone's nicely placed a little bench here, and I think we're going to take 5 minutes. Ooh. Good view as well. Thankfully there's a bit more of downhill now. I know, it's boring, isn't it, all this lake. Oh, so glad I took this route. I mean, I'm sure you would have had a decent view from the lower route, but I mean, this is lovely, it really is. So I'm 5 miles in, and I'm about 2 miles away from Inverness, where I intend to have a stop, probably a coffee and maybe a bit of cake, sort out my plan for tomorrow. But I think what I will do, if I'm able today, I'll push on to Drumnadrochit, go to the campsite there and actually book in for 2 nights. And then what I can do tomorrow is leave my tent and sleeping kit and everything in the tent, and light pack it to Inverness, where I can then get the bus back to Drumnadrochit and stay overnight there. That's my plan. done it a bit quicker, or if that's the plan that goes to sort of fruition, then I'll have done it a bit quicker than I intended to. But I am enjoying it, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Sort of 3.5 days for this walk is a bit on the quick side, but I'm just really enjoying it. Look at it, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is the high route, and right by the tree line there, you can see it at the base of the tree line. At the bottom is the low route. So if I'd have taken the low route, I wouldn't have had any of these views. So I definitely recommend taking the high route. It's a tough old climb out. To be fair, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely worth it.
Turn right.
So the view catcher, let's see what it's like, shall we? Pretty good, isn't it? So that's me. Well, I'm not sure quite how far in, but I think I've got about 3.5 miles to go till I get to the eco site. I was going to push on to Drumnadrochit.
Your phone's GPS signal is lost. Your recording will continue, but your position on the map is unknown.
I'm so sick of hearing that voice. Yeah, I was going to push on to Drumnadrochit, but coming up those hills and down them, actually, really up and down. And I'm a bit pooped, I don't mind admitting it, so I may call it for the day at the eco site. I'll see how I feel, but I think it's about another 8 miles on, and the lights, I mean, it's now about 3 o'clock. I think I'm probably pushing my luck to get to Drumnadrochit. It's been taking me longer than I expected, and the hills have been steeper than I expected, so learning all the time. Still loving it. I mean, I could be at a desk, instead I'm here looking at these views. I'm happy. Whew, that was hard work. Look, I'm not at the top yet, but I finally got a view of the loch again. Oh, it's been tough going, I don't mind admitting. Anyone who thinks the what is it called, the Great Glen Way trail is easy, oh, just punch him on the nose for me, will you? Anyway, carrying on. So a little bit of devastating news. That eco campsite is not a campsite at all. It's just a patch of ground by the side of the road, and so consequently that means I am having to go onwards until one, I find another place where I can camp that has access to water, or Drumnadrochit, which is another basically 7 miles, so ah well, it's going to be another 20 miler. Oh joy, at least I don't have to do it tomorrow. Morning everyone. Sorry I didn't video me coming into Drumnadrochit. I was blattered, to be honest, really tired, and I was very, very ready to stop walking. This is me today, leaving the town. Now got quite a steady walk going into the Inverness. Going to start with a little bit of road walking and then up onto the hill, and basically walking along the tops until you get quite close to Inverness, and then you drop down into it and walk alongside the river for a while. Not sure how much filming I'm going to do today because the weather, although it looks good at the moment, is forecast to rain quite heavily, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But if there is anything I can bring you, I definitely will. And yeah, looking forward to the walk today. So catch you later. Bye. So there's been a fair bit of this, which is a tad boring, but at least it stopped raining for a while. I'm 9.4 miles in, and I've got about another 9 miles to go, and then or maybe a bit more, but not far anyway. So, but fantastic scenery. Look at this. So this is obviously a new path, and it's officially part of the Great Glen Way that used to run basically through that what is a new housing development. So as you're coming into Inverness, then you'll see it. But as you can see, it's posted as well to say this is the proper route now to take. It actually just cuts off a corner, but it's not really much. It's no addition to it, so it's actually quite nice, but especially when you've had a long walk. But yeah, there we go, a bit of new path. So that's me on the canal in Inverness. Just got to work my way around now to the finish point. I'm about 1.5 miles, I think, away. If you're wondering whether we'd see Nessie on this trip, well, there you go. There she is. Oopsie daisy. Watch where you're going, David. Well, it appears I can't get in there. They're doing works on it, which is a bit gutting. But there, hold on if I can see it, there you go. That's the actual finishing point. I can't touch it. Maybe I'll come back one day and do it, but well, anyway, it's been a great journey. It's been challenging, it's had its ups and downs, but completed it, and in 3.5 days walking. Thank you for walking with me, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.